for a gorgeous day 3 here at Dale Softball Stadium. Man's best friends in the house. Clemson in the house as well. Top 25 program clinched the series. Hacky sack juggling all the magic of a Sunday wrap-up for this weekend. With Faith Kane, Ina Budrovich, 9 home runs in this series. And in game 2, 5 bombs. Both offenses cooking on Saturday.
In the first part of the game, you're going to notice you're going to have a rise coming out of her.
Here's a line drive to center, and that rise ball forces contact to Tori Ensley. Gets the start in center today.
She's also going to throw a really good changeup as well, and this is something that she's going to have to utilize quite a bit against this Clemson lineup.
A couple of changes for the Wolf.
He is a triple threat.
Another pop-up. Massey retreats. Good coverage by Kendall Simmers, the freshman shortstop.
This second baseman, number 28.
The legacy continues. 4th hit of the series for Maddie Moore.
And I love that she just doesn't do too much. She just takes the ball where it needs to go. It's not like she's trying to go up there and hit a home run every time, but again, so much confidence out of the...
Off Maxton's glove. No tag, but the out recorded. And the old 1-4-3 putout, just like NC State drew it up. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Michelle Tarpey leads it off for the Pack after this. Out that game in the final 2 innings. This ball is crushed. What a start for Tarpey. And that ball's got track written all over it.
And Tarpey running around those bases so fast. She's getting this NC State lineup hyped right off the bat here in game number 3.
The somersault ball.
I love it. The cartwheel, the fun. That pitch just left up in the zone, and Tarpey showing off her power. She wants this for NC State.
And showing off her athleticism.
Absolutely. Look at this cartwheel. That's a round off, I should say.
She's watching some gymnastics here at NC State. It's a hitter's paradise here at Dale Softball Stadium today. Ensley goes down chasing on the rise pitch. NC State already 3 hits on the weekend, making a big difference. And on 2-2, pops it up. This is Ava Wilson in left, getting her first start, making the play. And she thought there were 3 outs, but it doesn't matter. There's 2 outs in the inning. To finish out a very competitive game 2. And here's Church now with 16 bombs, top 3 in the ACC. This one will stay in the yard, though. And Maddie Moore is all over. What can't she do?
The long ball, or all the doubles that we see, too, but they definitely sure do help.
Tarpey, the backhand, wins the foot race to first, and Carmack's over in the circle says thanks for the help from Michelle Tarpey. Got her chasing, but this sneaks away, and Collins is able to reach on the wild pitch. And that's a ball as a catcher you'd love to have back if you're Hannah Church.
And that's why you always hustle everything out. And it looked like Hannah Church just thought that ball was maybe going to stay up.
Maxton's 1-2, hits the knob of the bat. That's a foul ball.
Anytime you're a hitter in that situation.
Oh, you know what? It's actually
hit
by 3 active pitchers. Actually threw 101 pitches yesterday. So the 3-2 stays down, and the bases are loaded. And now pitch 7 for Maxton is lined to right. That's Taylor Ensley with the catch. The run scores on the sac fly, and we're even at 1.
You can't ask for much more in that situation. Pipkin's doing a good job of just getting.
And now Maxton's 3-2. Line to left. Marbury charging. Nice catch. The converted infielder makes a great play in left to end the inning. 4 in the last inning. Eventually losing 8-7. And drives the 1-1 in the air. This is Wilson. Ava's all over that one for the first out. So here's Reese's 3-2 pitch. This is pretty deep to center. Brockenbrough's got room in front of that track and allowed second out.
And something NC State loves to do is
So now the 1-2. Roped hard right center. But that'll stay in the yard for Pipkins and 3 quick outs. Every outfielder involved for Clemson that inning. Smiles for the Tigers in a 1-1 game as we head to the third after this.
about this program, about their offense and these players, so I love that from a coach.
Let's not forget his wife Lori was a great player at Oklahoma herself. Good softball family all around, and the leadoff hit for another true freshman in this Clemson lineup. That's Jamison Brockenbrough. Another pop-up. This one will stay in the yard. The out remains the same. Good play by Ensley and Wright. Because you're right, you start playing with fire and give Maddie Moore too many pitches, and it's a home run off her hands over the right field wall yesterday. That put the game essentially out of reach. Here's a wild pitch that sneaks away. So good base running for Brockenbrough. .40 stolen bases. This Clemson team's not afraid to push the pedal when they need to. Ooh, that pitch not even close.
And you could tell right away, she is someone that this Clemson program is going to be able to look back on once she graduates. And I'm sure her name is going to be across a lot of record books. She has so much potential in the circle and hitting that two-way.
From Faith Kane's mouth to a delivery that stays high. Throw is late. And Clemson robs a base. Two steals for Clemson in the inning. But more importantly, a big threat gets even more daunting for Carly Maxton. This ground ball will help. Simmers to the plate. Nice tag and out at home. The adjustment by Hannah Church.
Really good job here. You can see that she was playing up just a little, not much, but decided right away to go home. And Brockenbrough, she does have a lot of speed. So to come from third, usually when you're a runner and you're on that third base and you have a lot of speed, you're told that if the ball is hit.
Or has grinded through this start, third outing of the weekend. And here's a 3-1 pitch. Misses up, and the bases are loaded.
And I think that's okay for that walk.
Here's the 0-2. Gets out of it. Carly Maxton working in and out of trouble through 3 innings. More importantly, it's a 1-1 game as we go to the bottom half.
And go after to start feeling better to go into those conference series.
They'll end the season with Auburn before the ACC tournament with an intermittent week mixed in. And here's the strikeout for Basinger. She's been comfortable, 2 Ks and very efficient. So
we all say we don't want to roll over a ball or get on top of it all the time for easy ground balls, but it at least gives the defense a tougher chance for an out.
As Massey goes down swinging. Nice start for Reese Basinger here. This should end the inning. And 3 up, 3 down once again. That's 9 straight retired for Reese Basinger. We'll move to the 4th in a tight 1-1 game. Here's the 3-2. This might stay in the yard for Massey, navigating the fence, and makes the play. Pitch hit last night. The senior third baseman leading the way for the freshman. Here's a big swing. Pipkins, post shot. Light tower power for Taylor Pipkins.
And look at that fire from the Clemson dugout. Pipkins with that inside pitch. She was able to keep her hands in so tight. I love all the hugs that she is getting there, but that pitch inside, Pipkins almost opening up with that front foot and opening up with those hips, getting her hands in so she's able to get that barrel through. And a big home run. This is a home run friendly ballpark. And you can tell everyone loved that one.
One of 4 different. Another 3-2 at bat. This is a line drive to center. Brown, that's gone. Alex Brown with her 4th homer of the year. It is an absolute home run fest. 12 bombs in this series.
And we've already seen her do it before here in this series, but Alex Brown at the top of this lineup, showing off her power. She says leadoff hitters can have some power too. That is a ball that is left up in the zone, and Brown just keeps her hands high and takes it right back to center field. But Clemson now on top 3.
Can Brockenborough make it 3 straight home runs instead of base it back up the middle? And if Carly Maxton's done so many things well, but now Clemson this 3rd time through is making adjustments. Double barrel bullpen with Gore and Wyman ready to go. One of the most dangerous hitters in the ACC now up. Off her hands, Simmers 1, just late for 2. Nice defensive play from the Wolfpack freshman.
And I think NC State has figured out Maddie Moore's weak spot. They have continued
6 times in this series. Looks to make it 7. Simmers bobbles. Nice recovery. And that out ends the frame. We'll talk to John Rittman when we come back. His Clemson Tigers now up 2 in game 3. Wake you up down the line. As Taylor Ensley hits it a 1-2 count. Got her chasing, 10 straight retired.
And that was just a
Simmers to center. This is deep and gone. The true freshman simmering here in ACC play. 10 bombs.
the power Simmers is just displaying over these last few weeks. She has really found her stride in this NC State lineup. That's a pitch from Basinger that was left over the heart of the plate, and Simmers took advantage. Sometimes it only takes one, but so much power. You can see that she uses those legs and it was able to lift up over that wall.
Despite the great effort from Brockenborough.
And she's become a leader.
This is a pop-up. Although on a warm, bright day like this, everyone starts thinking, is that leaving the yard? Big fly out to center.
Series against Virginia Tech is where they were missing the strikes.
Off the end of Payton's bat, Collins charges, makes the play. And that ends the inning. Solo home run for Kent. So now the 1-2. Sneaks through the middle. Nice base hit for Vieira. She's on for the second time today. Couple of defensive changes for the Pack. Like out, she walked today and smokes one to short. That's caught. Okay, devil's advocate. Do you drop it on purpose there if you're Simmers?
That's always tough. I think it always comes down to reaction, and that was such a hard hit towards Simmers that she probably just had to.
So first base is occupied, which means the throw to second ends the inning. That's a double play. Strikeout, throw him out. Now will Clemson challenge this? Looks like they went off ball.
And that was a strikeout pitch there, and Whitaker doing a really good job of just throwing down to second base to get that out, because with someone at first base.
The margins are thin. Ensley, right center. Drifting, tracking, catching. Pipkins, no, it's a drop. Here comes Ensley to third. She's in there. Pipkins could not secure it on the ground.
What a start for NC State. Tori Ensley getting up underneath that, and that's a ball that just lifted here into right center field. And Pipkins tries to come up with the catch. She thought she had it, but the second that it hit the ground, that's when it popped out of her glove. And you can even see Brockenborough, she was running behind her to stop that.
Line drive, base hit, tie game. The double and the knock from Marbury, making things interesting in the fifth.
And this is where NC State has struggled, is when they do have runners. And big hit today, that pitch on the outside corner, and she was able to just extend that, actually turning it all the way into left field. So a big time moment for Marbury to come in here.
Good at bat for Michaela, who earns the start here in game.
Back into this lineup, and I think this is a great spot for her to come in.
Here's a pop-up, never an easy play. Good call by Ava Wilson to make the catch. Oh, sorry, Johnson now in left field. That's the first out. And Kylie Johnson's coming. Taryn Massey, first pitch. Good turn for one. Off the bag. So just one there. Moore's throw a bit wide. Maybe Moore had a little more time than she thought. Between Brooke McCubbin and Cintrone, they've been up and down in the pen the last 3 innings, but Basinger remains in here in the 5th. This is roped, left field, caught. Kylie Johnson having none of that. Nice catch to rob a base hit. Now a ground ball to Simmers. She's been playing really well today, first out. Week ACC road stand. South Carolina on Tuesday, Boston College for Easter. And ball 4 starts the inning. 1 out, 1 on.
And they said that they are
4th leading doubles team. So many cards in the bag. And then a base hit. Brown pulls one right field. Pushing for third, Pipkins. And the lead runner is now not 60 feet from scoring. Jamison, who moves up to the 2 spot here in this final game. Takes, runner goes. Now 2nd and 3rd. And then Maddie Moore's due up next. So there's no easy spot in this lineup.
Inning, and then maybe bring in Wyman here for the last inning.
Ground ball. Massey to the plate. Gets away. 2nd runner comes in. 2 for the Tigers.
So that gives a chance for her team to get home as well. You can see Massey doing a good job, but she almost had to throw off the side. She didn't reset her feet. She tried to rush it and sidearm it, which is why I think it went wide. And that gave
the dangerous Maddie Moore on 0-2. Off the end of her bat. There's the hold on a second out. Good pick. And now if you're NC State, you don't want things to start unraveling here with defensive mistakes. So Cintron's on with a walk. My apologies, I was thinking
more and more.
2-2. Line to center. That gets down, and these long at-bats lead to a mistake by Goings. Cintron scores, heading to 3rd and in there. Clemson exploding in the 6th.
And what a mistake. And a good hit by Vieira there. Goins looks like she was moving over and couldn't stop it, couldn't get her body in front of it. And then making that throw over to 3rd, just not in time.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And a 4-pitch walk. Marion Collins on. You noted Maxton warming again. Wyman is warming. And Clemson's going to now pitch 61 from Wynn Gore. Slow roller. Simmers. Crossbody throw ends it. Clemson scores 4. A clutch hit from Abby Vieira extends the lead. Stay in the Wolfpack lineup. Line drive, that's dropped but then made. Good recovery by Whitesides, who re-enters defensively.
And Taylor's someone who's struggled, or it's close, or comes into those safe positions. You have to have the right mentality as a pitcher in those situations. Forces
a pop-up from Simmers. And this is what allowed McCubbin in her 4 years to win 30 games. It's a veteran mindset. It knows how to pitch to the hitters. And there she is with 2 quick outs.
She's able to hit well. This entire team kind of rallies behind her. And
right on cue. A base hit extends the inning for the Wolfpack.
And that's what I love, too. She's not going to just step up and hit those home runs. She's going to step up. You have to think positive and continue to get better.
Hard ground ball. Nice play. Collins finds more to end the threat. We'll go to the 7th, game 3 of the series. Clemson maintains a 4-run lead here in Raleigh. And then Johnson delivers light tower power and then some. A moonshot for an 8-3 lead.
And she's the one in the battle for that left field spot, and that's a way to put your name out there for Coach Rittman to want to put you back in the lineup. But a big swing, that pitch, frankly, right down the middle. And Johnson, what a big, powerful swing, that extension. Balls to the walls, and Clemson continues to add on.
Devin. Pipkins, who homered herself back in the 4th, hits one on the ground to Simmers. Good play, first out.
Close. Whether you win or lose that game, it's going to take a lot of energy.
Simmers robs Brown of a base hit. Nice defensive play. We've seen a lot from the freshman this weekend.
And she's had great movement over there at shortstop. She's had great range, getting all the way over.
Test Simmers again. Good pick by Tarpey. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-run game, but in this ballpark.
Throwing that drop ball, it drops off the table last second, and it's technically a ball, but when it comes in, it looks like it's going to come right across the plate at your knees.
There's strike 3 and a good start for Brooke McCubbin. One out for Michaela Marbury. Hard hit. Good snag, Alex Brown. She's done everything right this weekend. 2 away. Up in game 1, a tight 1-run game yesterday, and Clemson pulling away here in game 3. Pop up. That's secured. Nice catch from Vieira. And here come the Tigers, winners of 10 of their last 11. A series sweep here in Raleigh. Abby Vieira, a nice play to close out the weekend.
Clemson had the offense the entire weekend. As you see, 33 runs this series. That is tied for the most runs in a series in program history. You saw it from Maddie Moore yesterday. You saw it, I would say, today as a team, just across the board. But Alex Brown at the top of that lineup. This is an offense that is starting to click right at the right time. And Reese Basinger doing well in all 3 games this weekend.
Good work for the Tigers.